All right, Fit Lifer, Drew Canole. It's another exciting episode of this week's Saturday Strategy. I'm glad you're in my kitchen. At the end of this video, we're gonna be giving away a $400 J Cordage Power Grind Pro. I'm gonna tell you how to get that. And next week, we actually have something planned. When you leave a comment below this video, we're giving you something really, really cool. Something that I take every single day that you need to be taking as well. So you're gonna believe it by the end of this video. So let's get on with this. As you know, Fit Lifer, I absolutely love juicing. One of the reasons is because it's loaded with phytonutrients, enzymes, amino acids, minerals that you don't normally get. So there's very few supplements that I actually need to take, except for this one. And I take it every single day just because my body doesn't produce it on its own. So I encourage you to watch this whole entire video. At the end of the video, I'm gonna share with you exactly what this supplement is. You're gonna understand why you probably aren't getting enough and probably why you're getting it in the wrong form. So bear with me. Why is it important? Well, it's something that has to do with advice I got from my father a long time ago. He is a car guy, and I would drive around and he would tell me, he's like, son, he goes, make sure you put air in your tires. And me being the 16-year-old that I was, 17-year-old, I didn't really listen to him. So what happened? Well, I got bad gas mileage, low performance on my car, and one day my car tire blew out completely. And unfortunately, I had to spend my whole summer savings on brand new tires. Well, this nutrient is kind of like the same way. You have to keep your tank perfectly full with the right amount of nutrients and the right amount of air. Before I tell you what this nutrient is, first let me tell you what this nutrient can do for you, but only if you get the right amount in the right form. You can actually increase lean muscle mass and decrease fat mass without any dietary changes whatsoever. And I know it sounds absolutely crazy. How can you do this? But something was studied in the International Society of Sports Nutrition. It will only work if you get the right amount in the right form. It's actually true brain food in the right dose. So when you get enough nutrients, it helps you with cognitive function. And this helps with thinking ability, mental sharpness. Your recall will be a lot faster as well. Age-related memory loss. So if you're getting to that age, it's gonna help with that. It's also been shown to help with absent-mindedness. So if you kind of forget things along or you don't remember what you did 3 weekends ago, whatever it may be, it's gonna help. Now, why does it do that? Well, because it helps with optimal blood flow to the brain. Heart health, cardiovascular function in the right amounts as well, but you have to have the right dose. I've checked out a lot of the research on it. The American Heart Association, the Australian National Heart Foundation, and the International World Organization actually give it a big thumbs up as well. Now, why would they do this? Well, because Harvard, my friends over there, did a little study. And what they found is that it actually reduced heart-related deaths by 37%. But finally, this nutrient simply makes you happier. So if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling a little anxiety, this could actually help improve your mood. One really interesting thing that your partner is probably gonna enjoy about this as well is that if you don't get enough and you don't get it in the right dose, it can actually make you meaner. Once you start putting the right dose in your bloodstream, it can make you a nicer person. What I'm talking about, can you guess what it is? What I'm talking about is omega-3 fatty acids. Now, before you say to yourself, I take fish oil, I take chia seed oil, I take krill oil, or I eat a lot of fish, you need to know something really important. There's something called the omega-3 index. And what this tells you is a simple explanation. Now, there's different levels of omega-3s. Now, this is important because there's DHA and there's EPA as percent of fatty acids in your bloodstream. And the simple results are with a low omega-3 percentages, which is under 4%, that means trouble, okay? Now the opposite are the benefits above. But when you start getting your omega-3 levels higher than 7 and 8%, this is when the benefits actually start to appear. So the question is how do you really get those omega-3s up to the most effective dose possible? You can do what I do every single day and take the right amount. I call it the omega-3 delivery system, and I do it every day. But first, let's talk about why you're probably not getting the right amount in the right form of omega-3 fatty acids. Fish oil. If you think you're covered by normal fish oil, think again. Most fish oils you'll find in the store are in the ester form. See, what these companies have to do is they have to purify it because of the sad state that the oceans are in. And when you purify it, you have to concentrate it, okay? They esterify the oil. And I don't want to get too sciencey, but basically what you have to do is mix the fish oil with what's called ethanol. If you know what ethanol is, it's alcohol. Pretty disgusting, right? And the result is the glycerol backbone of the fish oil is replaced with ethanol. What matters to you is that this form is 70% less absorbable than the natural form, which I take, called triglyceride. It has also been shown to be 50 times more resistant to digestive enzymes than the triglyceride form. 33% less stable, meaning it gets rancid faster. And that's one of the biggest problems. You have to eat it with a fatty meal. This is why it's essential that you take fish oil in the triglyceride form to get the most effective and efficient omega-3 delivery that you know you need. Also, very few fish oils actually give you the right amount of omega-3 fatty acids per dose. If you want to get all the benefits mentioned earlier, like fat loss, a better brain, cardiovascular health, and you want 2.4 grams of omega-3 fatty acids a day. Not just fish oil, but the omega-3s themselves. This is also why the concentration is so important, and I'll get into that in a second. But first, let's talk about krill oil. I know there's tons of advocates online. I see these blog posts popping up all over the place saying krill oil is the best thing ever and you gotta be taking this for your omega-3 delivery system. And I've tried it. You know, I've done krill oil, but I absolutely don't have the benefits that I'm looking for, or I feel it. Okay, I'm very sensitive to that stuff. The problem with krill oil is the highest dose I've seen anywhere is 420 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. And if you remember correctly, that's not enough. Remember what happened when I didn't put enough air in my tires? Guess what this costs, okay? To get 2.4 grams of omega-3 fatty acids with krill. I added it up. You're gonna be completely blown away. $9.51 a day. That's $270 a month. And the best-selling brand, the one I was paying for, the expensive one, is $14.66 a day, over 300 bucks a month. For what is it, 400 something? Crazy. As you will see later, the kind that I recommend is about $1.63 a day, maximum. It's less than you'll pay for a cup of coffee at Starbucks, and a lot better for your health. Now, flax seeds, chia seeds, and other vegetarian sources, if you're like me, you sometimes add chia and flax to your juices. And I think that's awesome. You know, keep doing it. Like, chia seeds are one of the most amazing things ever. But the form of omega-3s from these vegetarian sources are broken down as ALA. And in your body, you have to turn that into EPA and DHA to get the benefits. Remember what I talked about earlier? And sadly enough, a very small percentage, about 20%, is converted to EPA, and less than 9% is converted to DHA. So, like I said, I love chia seeds, nothing against my homies, but you're not getting enough omega-3s, which is why I take real dose triglyceride form fish oil. I take it every single day. And this is the ultimate omega-3 fatty acid delivery system that gives me 2.4 grams of actual omega-3 fatty acids in the most absorbable form possible. So first, these fish oil pills simply make me feel better than any of the fish oil that I was taking before. I've tried them all, liquid form, fermented fish oil, all these other things. Second, they are the natural triglyceride form, meaning there's no alcohol backbone. So they are more absorbable and I can take them on an empty stomach. I don't like eating a fatty meal with my fish oil in the morning. Third, they provide the daily dose of 2.4 grams of omega-3 fatty acids, what I need to keep it up in my blood levels. Remember what we talked about earlier? Fourth, the concentration. 80% of the fish oil gets absorbed. So it takes 3 grams of fish oil to get 2.4 grams. This means no horse pills. There's no current provider of the triglyceride form with this level of concentration. Fifth, and this is one of my favorite things, is that, you know, sometimes when you take fish oil, you get the fish burps. Some people are sensitive digestion, so they end up with an upset stomach as well. I don't get that with this. There's a special enteric coating on this pill as well that bypasses your stomach and goes straight into your small intestine. So this is great for sensitive stomachs, and it further increases the absorbability. Now, the sixth reason I love Real Dose is because it's purity and it's also environmentally sound. And I know you're into that as well, Fit Lifer. It's environmentally sound because they don't use chemicals to abstract the fish oil. They use a process that's called supercritical. So instead of using chemicals to separate the valuable omega-3s from other contaminants, they use a result that is beyond purity. It's higher than pharmaceutical grade. What's even better about Real Dose is they get the oil from small anchovies off the waters of Peru. And the waters over there are really pristine, so it's very clean, okay? And they do it in a way that doesn't impact the environment. So a lot of fish oil companies, they take as much fish as possible. They don't let it replenish the environment of the ecosystem. And that's another reason why I love this stuff. All right, Fit Lifer, if you're not convinced by now to really move forward and get these things, I don't know what to tell you. I think they're great. I've been taking them for a long time. I've done a lot of research, as you can tell. This isn't my normal video. I don't give you guys all this content as usual, but I'm really passionate about this stuff and I wanted you to hear the facts. So these are the facts. I've spoke to my friends over at Real Dose. They put together a nice little package, a little bit of discount for you starting out. When you click the link below, you can get the stuff there. And let me know how it goes. Start taking these, send me an email a couple months out. Let me know if it's improved, if maybe you've lost weight from it or your cognitive function has gone up. Maybe you just feel like you're in a better mood. Whatever it is, click the link below and get yourself some Real Dose below. Also, the winner of the juicer is posted below this video. So hats off to you. We're awarding you a juicer because you've made an impact on the Fit Life community. And that's what it's all about here. Drew Canoli, remember, we're in this together. I'll see you soon.